The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is dead for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to be Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending this shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
This song is dedicated to the victims of this genocide. Those who lost their lives from 1967 to this very moment.
I had to do this song with Wiwu. My brother man, I don't believe you. Shake a man kuru beat yo. My brother man, listen up. Tell that Biafra soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafra soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafra soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafra soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafra soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. The spirit of our fathers stay. Follow me, tell everybody he's gonna be alright. See the bad load wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. See betrayers wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. Bring your gun and your bullet and bazooka and your grenade and Biafrans. We will fight till the end. See them saboteurs playing cowardice in the corner. But we will win them all. I say we will win them all. Man, the Kano is the leader. He says it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded it's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that it's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that it's gonna be alright. Oh.
I remember a very good brother man from my nation, Biafra land. Hey, oh na na na, what a wicked world. I want a junior, another day, Biafrans, shot by the government. Because of our freedom, we are fighting for a better life. One thing I know, forward ever, backward ever. We will one day avenge their day, someday, sometime soon.
Tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that it's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier it's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded it's gonna be alright. Little children with no father and mother, I say it's gonna be alright. Pregnant women that they kill them, it's gonna be alright. Oh.
As long as there are Biafrans still living, we will make sure that their memories live on.
Rest in peace, our junior. Jamaica. Imota. Chinedu. What's it? Subechi. Mamami. Teka. Otsman. Oleka. Nkiru. Waka. Rest in peace, all of you.
Yes, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are, all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Of course, this is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And certainly, I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words. But one day we shall. He is, of course, standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nande Ogukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Omwahia. Omwahia is in Abia State. And Abia State is Biafra land. Mazen Kano is the director of Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafra Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And may I remind you that for over 60 years, nobody stood up to speak for our collective interest until he came. By the special grace of Chukwuki Kabiama, I am George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Anioma Kingdom. Anioma is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. And we must appreciate the Creator, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. He is the reason why the enemy cannot laugh at us. He's the reason why when we do what we do it the way we do it. Because in the end, everybody will be seen as a liar. Only God alone is truthful. And so I humble myself before him as always. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'eziokwu na-emara mma ị, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadị o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị, ebu Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ọ na-dị mma o. You see. And of course, we will go to our topic this morning without wasting much of our time, and it is simply titled, The Story of the Saboteur. Just a story. I want to tell you something so you appreciate stories. Stories were told by our ancestors in a way of test by moonlight. And then, as a student, as a child, I discovered a secret behind story. That is why this morning I want you to view this message as a story. When I get to the school, the teacher is going to condition me. Sit properly, face front, don't turn, face your book. So many laws. And then they are going to teach us maybe English language. Bring out your reader, we slot it out. Open chapter 1, we open. Of course, we know we're going to look at chapter 1. And then they say, who will read for us? And some days they just point at you. But because we have been pre-informed that we are going to study chapter 1 of that book, I have memorized it. And so when they say, yes, can you read now? I will start. Abu Malaika live in the town of Lagoon, which is not far from Ibadan. Mr. and Mrs. Bassi. And in my mind, I will be praying that my teacher will not say, hold on, because that is the end of memorizing. And so it was not difficult for me to learn as a child until the day I understand. Why is it I cannot remember what I'm taught in school? But all the story tells by moonlight, they tell me when I was even in the womb. I remember all of them. And I knew this time I must see classroom like a place where we tell story. Nobody tells a story and reduce it. Instead, you put jara. If you encounter accident on the road now, when one person narrates how it happened, the next person will come and narrate the same event. You see, all of them will add flavor. They won't skip anyone. Instead of them to skip, they will add it. And come back 100 years and ask them, that thing, how did you say it happened again? They will tell you. This is not because they have retentive memory. This is not because they don't forget something. This is because they just view it as a story. A story enables them to accept every side, whether good or bad, whether fair or unfair, just or unjust. A story just allows you to accept the whole of that event. Of course, some part of them may not be well with you, but it's a story. Then it just has to be told. And that is why when it comes to telling the story of our people, we must be very careful the story we tell them. This morning, like I said, our topic is the story of the saboteur. If we look at vertical, when I mean vertical, issues regarding saboteur, I want to make you to understand. Let's just look at it vertical, statement of fact about saboteur. Saboteurs are destructive. They can be obstructive in action. But we must know the true story. In this struggle, we have become like Christians. I have lived with so many Christians, even though I am one. Before I became a Christian, I have lived with Christians. There is one of them I will never forget. I pray the man did not go mad, because he virtually prayed against everything. Early morning like this, he will be shouting, every spirit of cockroach, every spirit of cockroach, every spirit of mosquito, every spirit, everything is demonized. And they have a son. I fear for that boy. But I thank God that before we parted ways from the same compound we live, the man has been delivered, because he was the one who needed deliverance. Everything Satan, everything Satan, everything Satan. I told you, because of this, Satan ran out of Nigeria. He's not here. Don't let anybody deceive you. Because we now lie more than Satan. You mess. They say, who mess? Is devil's work. Is the devil your nyash? Is your nyash now devil? That is why God is not even punishing Satan. Because Satan is the one now asking for God intervention. Who keep people? Satan. Is Satan work? Satan will say, God is not me. Of course, Boko Haram is not Satan. The saboteur is not Satan. Fulani herdsmen is not Satan. Nigerian army or DSS who kill their people in Enugu are not Satan. And so the more you begin to, oh, Satan do this, Satan do that, Satan, exactly what the enemy wants. And then you lose sight of the real enemy. I consider saboteur as just mere fragments of your imagination. They don't exist in my dictionary. The same way Satan don't exist. I know he is there. But I also understand that what you don't know will not know you. I do not have part with him. I know he's there. I know there are angels of God around me. I don't bug them because they are there to do good or bad. I just want to believe while I'm doing what I'm doing, they will watch over me. I say things somehow people don't understand. I don't pray, but I worship God. He said, even before I ask anything, he knows what I want. So I don't pray, and I thank him for it. My children don't pray for me to feed them. They can pray to God for me. They not to me. They wake up this morning now, Daddy, I'm hungry. It's not an offense. The only thing that should come to my mind is not, you do the chop, you be poor man. Not because you don't have money, you are poor mentally. Daddy, I'm hungry. I should understand that child is hungry. I can't go to my father now and say, Daddy, I'm hungry. We say, then what do you want me to do? Because he believes at my age, I should know what to do when I'm hungry. And so I go to the pot and dish food. If we have the culture of taking permission, I take. We are talking about the same issues that affect us in every area of our life before our very eyes, destroying everything we labor for, and it is going to endanger everything we have bled for if we do not redirect our mind and focus the way we do that. People are easy to say saboteur, everywhere saboteur, saboteur, saboteur. Who is this saboteur? Who is this saboteur? Oh, saboteur is increasing, it's increasing, So when I have contrary view from your opinion, I become a saboteur, right? You say, let's go east. I say, no, let's go north. Then because you have mouth, it's that saboteur, saboteur, saboteur. He's a saboteur. What makes me a saboteur? Honestly, there are things we need to check. The people of Biafra. I'm not talking to any other person. Wisdom is the principal thing. In all that get wisdom. It is a privilege, and by the grace of God, I have walked before all of you. Battles ranging from one corner to the other. But I win them in the end. I don't think about them. They can't give me sleepless night. I wait for them to come. I believe they're not there, but they are there until they become visible, tangible. I don't have problem with them. Nobody is healthy perfectly. We sick, we carry sickness until that sickness surfaces. Sometimes you have to ignore it. You are not sick, you wake up, you have infection, you begin to drink antibiotic. I suspect the water I drank, you begin to take antibiotic. My brother, you will destroy yourself with the vaccine even before the disease emerge. True people who understand how to checkmate problems, sickness. It's not every sickness you notice you rush for medicine. It's not. The same way, it's not everybody you don't like their pattern is a saboteur. Biafra has produced more saboteur than naira and dollars in our life. And every day, the number is not reducing, it is increasing. Very soon, you will call your sons and daughters saboteur. Because we don't want to use our sense. We don't want to understand how does saboteur start. Who is a saboteur? Two people cannot disagree in one issue again. Because we are fighting Biafra, we don't have sense again. Because we are here to save our people, we don't have sense again. We have created more imaginary saboteur, enemies. That is necessary. The Yorubas are laughing at us. Yes, there are saboteurs. Hey, what are you? Because the last time I checked, I tried to figure it out. There are things we do that are dangerous. Believe me, nobody is ready for the end. You may be in the position to oppress other people today. Believe me, it will not go down the way you think about it. And so this morning, there are things I want us to know. When you are opening your mouth to call somebody saboteur, you use your tongue and count your teeth. You will see you yourself, you are the saboteur. There are things you want to do. People don't agree with you. Our leaders say we win with more superior argument. You do your own and I do my own. With the superior argument, you don't need to drag. You don't drag anything. The truth will emerge in the end. The saboteurs have two options. Either they repent or they die. We don't struggle about it. In every case where we have record of saboteurs, there is hardly any incident where they repent. They all die. And the people they sabotage are not the one killing them. They are the one who are using Ekawe to boom, because that is how they are supposed to end. But understand that saboteurs they have natures. Some saboteurs are created. When you are calling someone, he is a saboteur and God is blessing him. You who is catching saboteur, you are the one suffering, emotionally torturing yourself unnecessarily. I want you to understand, some saboteurs are created. They are created. If we cannot use ourselves to examine our surrounding, we will by ourselves destroy ourselves. When I make my presentation here on Radio Biafra, I in most cases bring issues relating to me. Not because I want you to know me. No. Because I want you to understand that I know exactly what I'm telling you. Some of us are the one creating saboteur. And so everywhere now in Biafra land, we have more saboteur than the sincere people. We now no go ask on ourselves question. I see our battle is in our home, not even outside our home. The one we are fighting is in our home. And you think the whole world is they are listening, they believe everything we say? Then you have to think again. Sometimes for you to open your mouth and call your brother or saboteur, consider the impact, the negative impact of what you are saying. Imagine Jesus going everywhere. Oh, I know Judas want to kill me, but I'm watching Judas. I know Judas is going to betray me, but I'm Sashi. I know Judas is going to do this. So, at the dying minute, Jesus looked at the disciples and said, "Few hours from now, I will be handed over to the Son of Man. They will scourge me. They will kill me. They will crucify me, and I will die. But don't worry yourself, for in 3 days I shall rise again." He knew how the saboteurs were going to function. He knew everything. The truth there is knowing that you know everything and you pretend not to know anything. That is true wisdom. True wisdom is knowing that you know everything and you pretend as if you know nothing. Jesus never bothered himself. He spent more energy looking for imaginary enemies. If we don't become real ourselves, we will use our hand to kill ourselves. And Chukwu Kikabiama will not agree on that. Because he's going on the rampage. Jesus then looked at the disciples, those who think carnally, those who are saboteur catcher. Oh, my master, I can't let this thing happen. I will defend you. Of course, they were willing. They were sincere. It was not necessary. Even Peter, who took a sword and cut off the ears of those who want to kill Jesus, he rebuked him. He said, "You should not do this. He that lived by the sword will die by the sword. He that lived by blackmailing will die by blackmailing. He that lived by victimizing others will die by victimization." It's as simple as that. He said, no. He rebuked them. He said, "Don't you know that I have chosen 12 of you? But then one of you here is a devil." True knowledge is knowing everything that you need to know, yet pretend you know nothing. You become an idiot. You become a fool. It's not because you want to. Becoming fool sometimes makes those weaker, those people following you who are weak, to become strong. That is why David said, "Thy gentleness, O Lord, has set me free." There are things I do not bother. I don't fight to have them in life because there is no need. They will surely come to me. Because there are principles that governs this universe that cannot be overruled by any man. No science, no technology, no power can overrule them. Light will always be light, and darkness will always be darkness. The truth will always be truth. And when that seed is sown, it must grow. It must grow. You cannot stop it. So when you are battling with it, you are just like somebody who is fighting with the current of a river. When you are being carried by a river, don't fight it. Don't swim against the current. It will destroy you. While the river is floating you to any direction, you take advantage of its current and come to the shore where you will be safe. You see, if you have this knowledge, you will not fall. Nigerians are helping us to create more saboteur. They shoot our people in Enugu. The Fulani who shot our people, all of them have land. They tell our people under gunpoint, go and dismiss their land, go and rewrite it, go and do this one. And then the next thing they want us to do is, oh, our people are saboteur. Oh, hey, our people are say, man, what you say. Oh, that is, he said, that which I hear you say, I will do for you. Oh, this police is a saboteur. Hey, this man is a saboteur. Hey, this one is a saboteur. Hey, if these people are not there, you will look for somebody to call. They know this, how these things function. All we have is disunity. All we have is fear. You can't trust people. Yet you want them to trust you. Honestly, I have learned a great deal in life. And I thank God for every experience, both the ones that are good and the ones that are kind. We are looking at the story of saboteur. How it all began is just imaginary, fragment imagination from your mind. They don't exist until you make them to become there, to be there, to be visible. And then the moment they switch position, we now begin to, our people are saboteur, our people are saboteur. One of my mentors, one of my boss, the Eze families of Anambra, when he took me up and upgraded my life to the way I am, something happened one day. And I say, sir, how can you trust that man like that? He looked at me and said, my brother, if we cannot trust people, then we are not Christians. It's your duty to trust them first. Trust your enemy. They can change. Conquer them with love. They can change. In as much as it's difficult for me to assimilate, I have to abide by it. I trust blindly, and then they come back, they hurt me blindly. But then this is the truth that keeps me trusting and trusting. Your good cannot kill you. It will only punish you. Prepare your mind to receive the punish. And then you can only pray for God to have mercy on those who have done that to you. Biafrans must open their eye. We are the one creating enemy for ourselves. Everybody is saboteur now. We are the one making these saboteurs. And this saboteur, most of them has not had the privilege of airing their opinion. Hey, he's a saboteur. Hey, is there any way saboteur power will be bigger than that of God? And what is even the yardstick of knowing who is a saboteur? Because everything we are doing here, it is either affecting us negatively or positively. But am I denying the fact that they don't exist? They exist. You are a saboteur. It's just that you don't even understand what it means. Let me digress further. Some people make comment and say, when Biafra come, we will kill all the saboteurs. I hope that is what Israel did. There was no need, because by now they will still be killing. Most people don't know Israel is a very thorough. How do they speak the grammar? A nation that tolerates, very tolerant nation. I've had access to most of their documents. They give protection to even the Palestinians or the Philistines as much as they give to their people. Very tolerant. They just want you to be who you are. You can just be a terrorist. You can just be a holy man. Anything you like. Be. But you do anyhow, you see anyhow. So many Israel are having blood relationship with the Philistines. Of course, I'm more comfortable when I call them that way anyway. But they are not, oh, you are a Philistine, you are a saboteur. No. They know there is something they ought to do, and they are ready to do it. And now when we say, oh, we will kill all the saboteur when Biafra come, let me tell you, you can't kill any saboteur. You are only worsening your situation. I need you to be sincere to yourself. In IPOB, we have class and ranges of saboteurs. We believe all our governors and politicians are saboteurs. We believe that most of the king, traditional ruler, community head, all of them are saboteurs. We believe that anybody, maybe probably not an IPOB, is a saboteur. So many saboteurs. Let's look at these three range. Then four, the fourth one, we believe that anybody that leaves IPOB is a saboteur. Now, I want you to imaginary, of course, that is what saboteurs are to me. Just imaginary enemy. Come face to face. If you are a saboteur, come face to face. When I'm done with you, according to our leader, he said, I will shred you. Sabotage who? Let's look at it. Do you know the population of how many people who have been fighting for this struggle? Did you know how many saboteurs Ojukwu made? Their children are still alive. And they didn't stop. Because they believed in what their father told them. And if you don't give them opportunity to air their view, they think you are the saboteur, sabotaging our people. So while you are calling them saboteur, they are calling you saboteur. Everywhere now, shabba. And then we are misguided, using our energy and resources to fight imaginary enemy. Wazurike has people he called saboteur. Everybody have their saboteur. So many. And now let us assume saboteurs of the governors and the politicians say, these people say if Biafra come, then go kill us. Boy, the minamo, we no go grill. We no go grill. To you, you are threatening them. But I have always said it repeatedly. Every living thing, the beauty of living thing is their ability to develop defense mechanism. Once they are threatened, they develop defense mechanism. Only a tree you will say, I will kill you, you will stand there. And now, when we are working hard to free our nation, they are working hard to make sure that our nation is not free. You wake up this morning and say, oh God, our people are saboteur, our governors, our this one church member, everybody is a saboteur. Oh Lord, kill them. And these people are going to say, God, I'm not a saboteur. Yes, I sabotage you, but please now, God, help me now. Don't let them kill me now. So God is a good spectator. That is why the book of Hebrews says, considering that we are surrounded by a huge crowd of witnesses. We are surrounded by a huge crowd of witnesses. Let us therefore run the race that is set before us with patience. So many. Do you know more than 50 to 70% of Biafrans are battle ready to tear this Biafra down when they return? Because when you have made saboteur out of every one of them, oh, here come now. It's like I see any idiot in my village, you are giving me order. Thunder that will fire you, you never ready. I will show you that is where I'm born and brought up. And so the more we are fighting, the more some of these people who think that Biafra coming is their end, they will antagonize you. But believe me, God is the one who have the power. You are a saboteur, so you begin to saboteur him. It's your calling, it's your anointing. Go ahead. You are the one who makes saboteur. Begin to make them. With due respect, I have not seen chameleon in my life until I see a Yoruba man. With due respect, because of the order our leader give. But have you seen them call anybody saboteur? It's amazing. Somebody wrote on Facebook and say, DSS clash with IPOB. When will DSS clash with Fulani headsmen? It's funny, but the truth there is amazing. DSS, if you are listening to me this morning, when will you clash with the Fulani headsmen, Miati Allah and Boko Haram? So we know whatever Yoruba media who wrote that thing, may the Lord be with them. We don't call them saboteur. They're the ones sabotaging us. They are the real saboteur. They are the one who are playing us. All they want is to keep us busy. Yes, there is saboteur here, and yes, there is saboteur here. Yes, there is. Very soon we will accuse God. And why we do this? They play us like the game of chess. They disarm us completely. They make sure we're not able to function as one. You raise one, you destroy another. But for a game of chess to be successful, every button has an input. Every button has an input to make. Both saboteurs, all of us are stakeholders. Have you ever wondered why God did not chase Satan out of heaven? All our life we have been binding Satan and killing Satan, and he's there doing his job. We are the ones shouting, Amen, Amen, Amen. He will not stop Satan. It's just like Tom and Jerry. Somebody going to say, oh, let Tom and Jerry. The day one of them died, that is the end. You kill out of him, end. Satan is not going anywhere. His agents are not going anywhere. What I'm saying is deep, but it may save us tomorrow. There are ways to do things. You will make them to use their hand to destroy themselves. Ihonye batara. Oh, yeah, one gejishi aburu the thing. There is a way they will handle them. That shouldn't be our job. Do you know Nigerians call us their own saboteur? Nigerians will say IPOB are saboteurs. They want to sabotage our beloved country. We cannot allow them to sabotage our beloved country. Let's view it from that context. Are we saboteurs to Nigeria? Yes, I am. My duty is to sabotage Nigeria. How do we sabotage Nigeria? When we expose their atrocity, it's sabotage to them, and we are saboteur. When we tell the world they are stealing money, they embezzle money, they deliberately impoverishing the people, they are emasculating everybody. When we tell the world what they want to do is to Islamize us, not all of them believe. It is our duty to stand and walk against the system that enslaves us. They are the one calling us saboteur. You have not been arrested. When you are arrested, you see how they will treat you. Look at you, useless boy. You people think you can stop this country. think you people can sabotage us. So we are now saboteur. And so in the end, it is just enemies that will never end. Enemy you can never stop. Enemy that may cause you serious pain if you cannot manage them. Be doing your own, let them be doing their own. Cast thy bread upon the water. And after many days, you come back there. For where the tree may fall down, whether to the left or to the right or to the east, wherever the tree will fall down, you will stay the tree there when you come back. Leave them, they will always be there. Focus on what you are there to achieve. And then you will wake up one day and discover, oh, these people have been here all this while. These people have been here. You can't believe it. That is when David prayed and said, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou, O Lord, prepared a table for me. You now put my enemy around my table. David would have spent his life querying God. Oh God, you know these people are saboteur. They are my enemy. Oh God, how can you prepare table of food and put it there? Do you want them to poison me? Or do you want them to do this? David would have died wretchedly, miserably, and he will lose focus. You don't understand the power of focus. When David made mention of that words, he said, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. But he did not abandon you like that because he knows they are there. Thou anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. David understands first of all that the enemies are there. But then he leave them there and focus on the other beautiful things about the table God prepared. And may I remind you why God allowed surround the table he prepared for David with enemies? Because God understands that when David finished eating food, somebody gonna pack the plate. Somebody gonna wash the plate. David is a king, for God's sake. Imagine David beginning, oh God, I beg, remove all this enemy. Who will wash the plate? Who is going to clear the table? This is the job of our saboteurs. If we understand how these things function. Believe me, they have power to undermine everything that represents good in our life. But even when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no evil. Because for you to walk on the higher way, through the darkest path, God will always be with us. Our journey is pure. Our demand is just, is our right. Whatever it is, we are justified by our actions before God. But we need wisdom. We need all of it. If we don't handle this issue will handle you. I'm not going to tell you what you are supposed to do. But I'm just telling you, sometime maybe you should not. The governors have said to themselves, since they are going to kill us, we are the one with the gun, let us see how it's going to be. And so children between the ages of 17 and 21 are being slaughtered, mowed down. Supposedly a country who say they love us. And they are proud of it. No saboteur politician in Yoruba land. That is why they have their Omotekun armed already. No saboteur anywhere in the Hausa or Fulani land. They are the one creating saboteur for us, enemy for us, and some of us are helping them. This is just one. Saboteurs have dual nature. We must not try to be creating them. There are people who are saboteur naturally. You can't help it. It's in their DNA. Saboteur by nature. Onyibe understand people like that. They consider those people as a weapon. You don't need to control weapon. You use weapon. In those days when firing squad was a way of killing armed robber. Everywhere in Africa. Firing squad. You want to try Nigeria? But when Onyibe catch armed robber, if they become menace to themselves and the society, they give them house arrest. Because they know someday they're going to need to steal oil in our land. They send the thief. When they catch witches and wizards, they know one day they're going to make use of witches and wizards. They give them fine name, mutant. They know these people are weapon. You don't need to control weapon. If you are busy creating a saboteur, creating enemy, you just like that man that is you have AK-47. You are telling AK-47, I command you, or you shoot. I say shoot. Shoot. Before you will shout shoot all your life, AK-47 will not attend to you. But it's a good gun. You don't need to control or direct AK-47. I will tell you I own you. Or you continue. No, they won't shoot. They are weapon. You only use them. Saboteurs are weapon. You don't need to control them. You use them. They will do their job. If Judas didn't kill Jesus, would they have resurrected to have Christians who are billionaires now Nigeria want to take their money? What exactly makes it look as if Christian is maybe more superior to every other religion? There is the gospel of salvation. Every other person has a place where their leader is. But Christians believe miracle happen. The guy was sabotaged. He was murdered. And then he died. And then he rose. Biafrans, let us be careful. The enemy is among us already, helping us to create more saboteur. Even most of the people who you have made a mortal enemy of our people, they have injected their people everywhere. They are now catching saboteur. And believe me, be catching saboteur. Soon you will discover you are the real saboteur. Do not forget that whenever you call somebody a saboteur, you are also a saboteur. Am I encouraging saboteur? No, I'm telling you this is the time we direct our energy, understand who they are, and use them to do their job and move ahead. This is becoming a curse to us. And if they are not checkmate, if they are not put under control, don't worry. You will understand very soon. We're just talking about Enugu. What if you know what is happening in Ebonyi? What if they tell you what is happening in Delta State? What if they tell you what has happened in Imo State? What if they tell you what they are planning to do in Akwa Ibom? What if they tell you that if we do not break down certain nonsense, we may not be completely ready for what is coming? But of course, we go nowhere. Every true Biafrans must understand at this moment. It doesn't matter where situation or circumstance put you. One thing is important here. We must survive as a people. You choose to be a saboteur when you are done doing your dirty job for you, because the enemy know you are a weapon. They are the one who know how to use you properly. They will destroy you. Our loyalty must be for our fatherland, our motherland, Biafra land. That is where our loyalty should rest. Above all. Because this is the only thing that unites us. This is the only thing that binds us. Don't tear down what you will regret later. You are a saboteur. Reframe your standing. Reconsider your action. Now we weigh this thing the bite. There are things I'm not privileged to see on this platform. But somewhere along the line, we will talk about it. Anybody who is not a Biafran, who is pointing Biafran for you, is your real enemy. I will stop there this morning. And so, my people, as we are going home, understand that there will always be saboteur. You can't stop them. No pastor can stop them. You don't even know inside church you have saboteurs. Inside church. It's even on the highest level in the church. That is why I can assure you that 99.9% of many senior pastors are not in good terms with their deputy, with the assistant pastor. Why? There are saboteurs everywhere. That is why you start up a church of a ministry inside the mud. The moment you put ties, they will transfer you. If in the holy of the holiest there is sabotage, is it inside the struggle made of Ubuntu scatters? Miscreant like me. Is that the one you think they are not going to be there? Like I said this morning, go with these three information. The saboteurs are not going anywhere. They will always be here. Understand they are instruments. You just have to use them. Not for your selfish gain, because they will know. And God will help them to kill you. Use them to get Biafra. Use them to get our freedom. The same way the enemy is using them to disorganize us. You use them to organize us. It will shock you how America was able to undermine Soviet Union. Our people must remain focused. I'll be back in a minute.
Ije, Okomere, Okwa social ball, Biafra person. Aha. Yafune bene 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 une bejina o. Yafune bene 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 une bejina o. Ifanye ya yo chuku ke ya ibatoro. Oloba na juru ya mario na tafufo. They teach say we are animals today. We go tell them say we are human beings. All we need is Biafra. All we need is the freedom. All we need is Biafra. All we need is the freedom. All we need is Biafra. Una no computer say make we no cry. That is why we are crying loud. Make it the world do yawa cry yo. Cause we are tired of Nigeria oh. All we need is Biafra oh. I see nothing wrong in it yo. Give us to Biafra oh. Biafra eh. Give us our freedom. Give us to Biafra eh. Biafra eh. Give us our freedom. Yafune bene 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 une bejina o. Yafune bene 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 une bejina o. Ifanye ya yo chuku ke ya ibatoro. Oloba na juru ya mario na
Nigeria. When Biafra so bad to go to the same Nigerians who go seize our goods. Our children suffer finish school. They no go give us a good job. Every day by then and so we dey suffering. And that is why we are looking for freedom. Nothing the body, as you can see, nothing the long you. Nothing the body,
All we need is Biafra, all we need is the freedom. All we need is Biafra, all we need is the freedom. All we need is Biafra.
Yes, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. And then 081-221-52971 is our direct line. The special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is the direct special number for the female. Our people must understand the need why everybody must watch out, observe, and be ready to do whatever is necessary, whatever is required, whatever that we need to give us the Biafra we seek for. There is no looking sideways. There is no distraction. There is no backing down, because Nigeria is determined to sabotage us to the end. But it's their job. Let them go ahead. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the line. Good morning from here, Monitoring Spirit. Try and see if you can put your mouth closer to your phone, because your line is not stable. Go ahead.
Can you hear me very well?
Better. Try.
The Savior of the world, may you continue to guide and protect you, to bring our flag back home, so that we will become a free nation like every other nation in the world. The we know we don't know any other idiot except you, and we owe nobody any apology. No idiot. My name is Okekike. I said we all know idiot any apology to restore our ancestral land. Is that idiot? Is it pretend? You just blow us whistle. Then we will stick to pretend and listen that we never forget the life. In this 21st century, Biafra are keeping quiet and pretend are there, ruling our life for us. Church for all of us. Look at the clip transfer that has played yesterday. And you are there attacking mankind. That has reminded us from the beginning. And he continues to remain on the substance today. If you think he will sabotage this struggle, there are Numbers chapter 1 to chapter 3. Very, very important because you are going to be on the line. Satan is going to arrange us so that have we started gone? What happened in Enugu started before yesterday that our leader broadcasted. That was the day that the heaven died, that every day they shoot us again, we shoot back. You don't know that because we are not shoot back, that is why they are just doing gara. Every day we pick up and saw this just we play well. Just because I know. Prepare your heart, we will not match until our leader agilate us very well. Numbers chapter 1 to chapter 3. Very, very important we do in order to come back into our fatherland. No impact will suffer. You know you're going to just fight. Listen, first thing, chapter 8 to chapter 20, first thing. Elijah did this there. It is not happen again in this our generation. Every Biafra, you know the solution. I can try to pray, I can try to what that God in heaven that you bear his name. That God is the God of Biafra. Remember, nobody, not even in their right. Come on, put him back at you. Still very good enough to feel no my hair. Try it and let's see. That Ezekiel chapter 45 to chapter 47. That is the garden of Eden, the kingdom of heaven and earth. Then we will organize our life in that manner. That is the decision of God Almighty. Only the Bible never been to do much. Luke 2 chapter 4 to chapter 8. Studying all this message. It was given to me yesterday by God in heaven. You say we are here to joke. This word we are seeing is coming to an end. Forget about all this message. This is what I'm telling you. 2 chapter 4 to chapter 8. Every Biafra, it is in Biafra land that God will pick the people that will come and see him face to face. I have prepared myself. Forget about all this idiots that are deceiving you. Galatians chapter 4. Galatians chapter 4 to chapter 6. Nobody, not even, I respect Trump because I have seen truth in him. Otherwise, he will never ever stand. Can he stand like that? America is freedom from us. Imagine pretend. And we are not pretending what? Any bullet that is shot in Biafra land. Pretend we see cases. Pretend the face come cut out. All of our four. Mark to death. People pretend we are afraid of any job to restore our nation back. Biafra is our nation. You are all of the any job. There's the enough of Sahara. There's a way to. There's I'm a military cowboy. There's a new one to fight cowboy, but I'm not to kill him. There's a bucket like a killing before. We will turn this country upside. No saboteur will escape. Not only but you Biafra.
All must hail Biafra. To all his own. Their duty is to do their job. Our duty is to do our job. Whatever activities that is going on, we must reposition ourselves before all of them. Those who are saboteur. If you do not manage them, if you do not control them, if you don't know who they are, they can only guide you, they can only lead you, they can only direct you to destroy all that is left. That is why saboteurs continue to grow. Every day their number is increasing on daily basis. Ojukuta and saboteur. It doesn't mean we are these bad people because we are the one catching ourselves. We need to tell this story properly to our children. And honestly, I begin to smell the danger. Anything we'll do, saboteur is the one conquering us. Something is not right somewhere. Some information is missing. And that is why there is always history. There is always story. There is always evidence that our people are being killed. We are the only one they are killing. We are the only one that they are killing in Nigeria. Aside the current attack in southern Kaduna. Before, when you hear that there is killing in the north, it's not anybody in the north. It's our people. The story, the study, the true knowledge of saboteur or sabotage must be revisited. That issue must be restored. And our people must understand to see how they function, who they are, what is their aim, who is manufacturing them, which role do they stand to play, what do they stand to gain. Biafrans, you must begin to ask yourself questions. Honestly, if you sit back and observe what is going on, it's amazing. It cannot be justified. And any community, any people that are not ready to save themselves, believe me, something is wrong. Somebody will wake up one day and then begin to think of what to do to all of us, and with impunity they do these things and they walk away. Something is wrong. We will not spend our life giving the same story. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Onyibe. Good morning.
From here, Unstoppable. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Onyibe, bless you and bless your generation, your handwork. You really inspired me this morning to bring my mind so back, you bring my thoughts back concerning there are some sound films which I watch that educated me on how to handle these people called saboteur. Because I saw there is something which I saw it used to happen in Aba. It used to happen in Onitsha. When I was in Onitsha doing business, when you see a thief, somebody will come and snatch somebody's bag and be running. People will be shouting, thief, 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 thief. And the same thief will be shouting, thief, thief, hold on, thief, thief. And you at the front, you will be confused. Who is the thief? Who are they holding? These are the ways saboteurs working. Now, Onyibe, I forgot to say, I remain unstoppable CIB. Unstoppable is the indigenous of Idima in Anochukwu in Biafra land. Maze, I'm a member of Shabbat Allah Biafra. Maze, I'm right now in Awaza. I'm here for the work. When we come back from Anochukwu, because I have a work in Awaza here, so I said, let me round up before we went back to the project which you have in Anochukwu. Mazi, after this time, we want to talk to you privately and be trying how to reach you after program. I couldn't make a headway. But I would like to talk to you privately because there are some certain things which is going on the ground. Because I met one of our brother here in Awaza. There's some information which is given to me, which I want to verify. Because it's not everything we view on here on air. Because when you expose what you want to do, or when you expose them, they will use another way to do their forbidding. So Mazi, I would like to use this media to tell all our brothers to be reason like a human being. Most of the times we don't reason like human beings. We reason like people who doesn't go to school at all. They're like people who doesn't know their left from their right. When we claim that we went to school, when we claim that we are intellectual, that we are degree holders, but we don't have anything. This Biafra restoration is what we're supposed to value, what we're supposed to use our brain to do the underground work, because it's no longer what we use our mouth to destroy. Like you say, Mazi, even our brother Yoruba people, and they say they are chameleon, we know. But they will not tell you that we are chameleon. They cannot suspect each other. Say this one, you want to teach me or you don't want to teach me.
I have never seen Yoruba building saboteur.
I have never seen.
Adamu Farouk made it clear. They are there, but they know how to manage everything. And some of the people who don't want Biafra to emerge are the ones creating this imaginary enemy. When we call enemy and prove it, then we can do anything to them and it will be justified. When we call them, they are saboteur, it looks as if they are nowhere. You can't hold anybody responsible. But we are still saying, they are everywhere. This is the time for us to say, this is what you do. We hold you responsible. Yes. Go ahead, my brother.
That's what I'm saying, my brother. You really inspire me this morning. Adamus Farouk said it. My brother, I will just watch. Go even in the DSS, in the police, in the army, all over the Nigeria government. You see Fulani, you see Boko Haram, you see Mieti Allah. They are everywhere, subduing our people, intimidating our people. But their people know them. Even our people, they know them. But they can't come out boldly to say, these are saboteur, or this one you're a saboteur, or you are a killer, or you are a this. But our own people, just imagine, a little, saboteur, everywhere now is saboteur. They are now exposing themselves before the enemy. Now, I want us to use the diplomatic to do this work. Do this work as people who has something in their Obunangata. Now let's do this thing. I urge my brothers to reason very well, to do something as Biafrans, not as a cowards, not as people who doesn't understand where we are going. But all I know, come rain, come shine, almost here Biafra. Let everybody wake up that we are there already. This is not the time we tell you it has already started. Long awaiting order. Our director has given it. But we will start killing ourselves if we didn't guide ourselves with understanding, with knowledge. We will start killing ourselves. My brother, I would like to stop here. After this program, I would like to speak to you. There are some certain things which is going on which I want to verify before they eat us up when the time has not come.
Just send me Unstoppable on WhatsApp. I will talk to you later.
Okay, brother.
Thank you very much.
Shalom. Shalom. Bless you. Bless my honorable leader. I love him so. The man who always bought my life, who I would give my life to at any slighting of order. Keep on strengthening him, keep on energizing him. And you, all the radio presenters, all the IPOBP principal officers, those who are working assiduously, those who has Biafra in their heart, keep on blessing us. We are there already. Come rain, come shine. Almost hey Biafra. Thank you much, Ineke.
Thank you very much. The enemy taking advantage of the other side of the coin, of the enemy of the people, which we call saboteur, are now reprogrammed to distract us. Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here in Onyibe.
Good morning
from here in Angola.
Good morning.
My name is Christopher Ugu. I'm calling from Angola. Onyibe and my leader, Nnamdi Kanu, which you more for. All the leaders of IPOB worldwide, I greet you from here in Angola. I'm not happy what happened in Enugu state of my own. But Onyibe, Nnamdi Kanu, and all the leaders of the IPOB, I want you to know how the Muslims started killing the Christians and killing the other indigenous people from Bedugri, Borno State. I want you to remember that they started from family to family. After family, Nigeria did not do anything. They went to community to community. After community to community, they did not do anything. They went from local government to local government. From there, they spread it to the whole Nigeria. The Muslims, they are too trickish. We may thought that they are foolish people. I want you to know that they study Arabic. It's a part of their own Arabic. And the Quran is teaching them about war, only about war. how to conquer other people. What happened in Enugu, they test our strength. And if we are just to look at them without not doing anything, they will continue. That is how they started. In Borno State, they started from family to family. If they kill one family, they will listen to the government. If they kill one community, they will listen to the whole world. And the whole world is not doing anything. And then Nigeria is not doing anything. Buhari is the sponsor of Boko Haram. The whole Muslims of the north are the sponsors of Boko Haram. I've lived with them with many years. So anybody that are telling that some Muslims they are not terrorists. The Muslims have saboteur as we Igbo people or Biafra people have in Nigeria. But what happened is this. Immediately they find you are a saboteur in the northern state, they will kill you and kill your family. That is why you never hear anything about saboteur in northern state. So the first enemy we have to fight in Biafra land is saboteur. Without fighting saboteur, we have never started anything in the Biafra land. If we Biafra, IPOB, we started to defend ourselves, let us not first of all from our saboteurs. This part, whoever it means, that means the person may be. Let us seek him out. Let us find him out and start it from them. What happened in Enugu will not repeat itself again. And this is what happened in Enugu. If you do not retaliate, I will not be happy. 2012, I called Nekan and said, told Nam Nekan that our first enemy is our saboteur. We will never do anything in Biafra land except we started killing our saboteur, started sweeping our land. It's the saboteur, the government are favoring them. That is why every time they are initiating other people, they are increasing in number because the government are favoring them. But we are POV. If we started started digging out from every village, every local government who is our saboteur, call them by name in Biafra. We want to know them by name. George Onyibe, Ohaneze is not a person. Ohaneze is a group. Tell us who is Ohaneze. Who is the leader of Ohaneze in Anambra State? Who is the leader of Ohaneze in Enugu State? Who is the leader of Ohaneze in other states? Let us know their name by name, not Ohaneze. Ohaneze is not a name. It's not a human being. Tell us who is our enemy. So we will know our enemy. Not Ohaneze. Ohaneze. Who is Ohaneze? Who is representing Ohaneze in Enugu State? I don't know, but apart from Enugu State. Who is representing Ohaneze in Anambra State? You don't know. But we are calling Ohaneze. Let us call them by name. Mazun, I agree. And I'm not happy, and I will not be happy unless our supporters. That is the day I will be happy about this RPOG.
Thank you very much. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Thank you very much. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Now, I want us to find out something practically. You actually you went depth on this very issue. How do we know who is a saboteur? How do we know them? Because it's not just saying, oh, Aneze Ndibu is a saboteur. How do we conclude somebody is a saboteur? Because what I see now is when I don't agree with you, I say, oh, you are a saboteur, you are a saboteur. Then because you don't agree with me, then you kill me that I'm a saboteur. How do we know this saboteur? Don't you think there should be a system that people need to pass through before they are labeled saboteur? I would just want to find out from you. Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network. I'm losing your voice. The network is gone. But let's see, I'm not hearing you, but try and see if you can start all over again. Of course.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, you are better now. Go ahead, please. How do we know them?
Yeah.
How are we sure they are?
Yeah, what I'm saying is this. We will know them. We will know them. Let me tell you now that I have lived in Northern State for many years. I have lived in Katsina State. I have lived in Kaduna State. I have lived in Kano State. I will tell you the story of Kaduna State and Katsina State more than my own. Now, I want you to know, if you want to know who is saboteur, go and touch anybody in Katsina State. Any Katsina man, touch him in Katsina State. The whole Igbo people in Katsina State will suffer the consequence of the torture anybody in Katsina State. Go and even in Enugu State, I want you to touch any Muslim in any state that from northern state. The whole Igbo people in northern state will suffer for it. That is how we know our enemy. Who is our enemy? Our enemy is with us. If they kill us, man, let me tell you what everything
you are saying is correct, and I agree with you. How do you know this saboteur? How do you know them? We name saboteurs every day. How do we know truly that they are saboteur? There should be a way. Who is the person who had the authority? Understand, this is just simple physics. The Awosa Fulani has passed that stage. If, like, for example, just hold on so that our audience can get it. You say, like in Castena State, when you kill one, they will kill the whole Igbo people there. Does it mean the whole Igbo people there now are saboteur? Or does it mean that they killing another person unjustly without finding out gives them the right to call the Igbo saboteur? I just want to know, how do we know them? How do we know them? Honestly, this is not intellectual matter. It's just trying to figure out. Because if we don't take time, all of us will become Biafra or will be called saboteur before the end of the journey. I want somebody to say, this is what we will do. Anybody who breaks this law, we know, yes. You can't punish people, or the court work with evidence. When we say somebody is a saboteur, do we have evidence or mercy? But at least if it's not okay, you cannot explain it, maybe to the direction I'm looking at, it's fine. Go ahead so that we go ahead with it. Thank you.
How do we know saboteur exists? I want you to know that Nnamdi Kanu have won the House of people in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu went to prison and break the protocol, and he came out from prison. Nnamdi Kanu have break anything breakable in that area. I don't believe in Nigeria again because Nnamdi Kanu have opportunity. What we are fighting now is the Biafra people. We are no more fighting the Hausa people. We are no more fighting the Yoruba people. Nnamdi Kanu went to Kuje prison and uprooted Nigeria. He came to Nigeria and uprooted Nigeria. So Nigeria is no more existing. We are not now fighting the Biafra people. Anybody who looks and see what is happening in Nigeria knows that we are no more fighting the Northern people. We are not fighting the Biafra people. The Biafra people are our enemy. We have no enemy or other people not than Biafra. That is why I say if you touch any Hausa people in any part of Nigeria,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So,
thank you.
The Biafra people are our enemy. Let us start from land.
Thank you very much. And of course, this is that issue I've always been saying. It is simple logic. The Biafran people are the enemy. So who then are we fighting to save? What is the yardstick of knowing a saboteur? Believe me, it's a complicated question, but we must answer it.
Hello, good morning, Judge Onyibe.
Good morning from here, ma'am. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Rich. I'm calling from Oka.
Go ahead,
Judge Onyibe, what I want to say in this matter is there's no need of hiding under, let me say, who is a saboteur, who is this. We all know them. Let us start from our governors. If you don't know who is a saboteur, let us say our governors are. The Enugu state governor is the man that brought those Fulani that are killing people. Is he not a saboteur? Now, let's think of Imo state governor. Is he not a saboteur? The one that said that he is that anybody they kill in Anambra State is the life worth 500,000. Is he not a saboteur? Why are we hiding ourselves? Why are we hiding the truth and thinking who to speak first? Okay, I have said it.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Let's reanalyze it. This is not emotional. The people who are killing us are very confident. We are just being emotional. Now, you have mentioned them. If you were following this broadcast, I say something. All our governors are saboteurs. Then, this group of people have vowed and said, Biafra will not come. Now, they are fighting against us to make sure Biafra does not come. How do we manage that issue?
Then, how do we need any other person as a saboteur?
You don't understand. This is not intellectual. This one we know now. How are we? What are we doing? What is our effort to confront them, to stop them? Is it by calling them the name that will save us? What do we do? It's easy to say saboteur. What do we do?
Let our leader give order. Let our leader say, if you know, anywhere you see them, anything you know you will do, do.
Now you are right there. Our leader.
It's time for us to end up this thing.
Hold on. I need us to understand. This is supposed to educate our people. You say, let our leader give order. Honestly, in his last broadcast, he said if they kill anybody, everybody have to retaliate. But then, that order has been given, and a lot of people are relieved. I don't think they've killed anybody yet. But until they kill somebody, that is when we know whether we are serious or they are the one joking. But honestly, he has said many times that our leaders are the saboteurs, like you have said, and all of us know. But are there not some of us who are related to this leader? There are people who are related to this, our leaders, governors, inside IPOB. Who is the real saboteur now? Is it, hold on. Is it the governor now or the governor's brother inside IPOB? Who is the real saboteur?
When we pick up something, I remember the history I had about Ghana. One wants to do something. Before Ghana become what it is today, that they are running, education is there, everything is there. Ghana wasn't like this before. Somebody pick it up to himself to make it good. Joy, that is only what I have to say. Let us stop this about.
No, don't. If you are looking at it, you want to target somebody, I wouldn't like it because that is my job. I want us to reason once without being sentimental. You have mentioned the governors. But there are many people, for instance, in IPOB, working with these governors. Now, they are the governor who are the saboteur, and who are we supposed to stop? And who is bringing that information?
Yes, those working with them that inside IPOB, they will not come out, and we will not know them. So, because we feel that we have taken
who is more dangerous now? Is it the governor or the spies they plant inside us?
It's the ones they plant inside us.
Now we are now enlightening ourselves gradually. If we cut off them and those inside the system, then we are free. So even when you are planning to do anything to them, somebody is telling them what you are planning to do. Now, you begin to see that when you are fighting this enemy, it's very complicated. If you don't know it's complicated, you cannot stop them successfully. That is my point. Some people can think this morning and say, Onyibe want to become saboteur. That is why he's saying, don't kill saboteur. What do we do? No, there is one truth we cannot run away from. You have mentioned the governor. I agree with you. But I said now, the governors don't come to our meeting. So they have a spy. These spies are not Hausa, Fulani, or Yoruba. They are one of us. And now, who is more dangerous? You see is the spy. How do you know the spy? It's an issue. Or else we can accuse wrong people. And by the time we begin to slaughter innocent blood, looking for this imaginary enemy, we are hurting ourselves. I don't know if you understand the way I'm reasoning to. I'm not saying we don't know them. They function in such a way that they complicate everything. It's a game to them. I've not seen any governor in IPOB meeting, but I know they have their people. Some of them tell, I send my boy to record you people in the meeting. It will amaze you. So they now are useless without their link. How do we know these links? And how are we sure when we get one of them that we are not pointing at the wrong hand? Because when you kill an innocent person, you have God to fight with. And so if we have one saboteur and we have killed 20 innocent people in the name of that saboteur, our quest, our action will not be justified anymore. We need to think deeper and see how we get this truth and do whatever we have to do, knowing that our conscience cannot be violated at the end of the day. And then God is on our side. I'm not saying they are not there. Now you have just made a point and I've extended it. Be sincere. Are you not somehow confused? Be sincere.
Well, I am.
The point I'm trying to bring is a complicated issue. And we require wisdom. We need to be meticulous. So we don't we don't think saboteurs wear t-shirt written saboteur. They pose even more than a friend to you. They are closer to you more than your own best friend. And that is why my father said, when you see a woman embraces you, most especially the one that is beautiful, first of all, find out if it's your crown they are after. So I'm not saying they are right or they are wrong or we don't know them, but sometimes to get to them, we kill and destroy a lot of innocent people. Spiritually, it's not helping us. And I hope you will understand. Governors are not an IPOB meeting. They can't be there. But yet, they have people inside there. And so when you see, okay, we are going to kill the governors, before you leave there, they will tell those governors. And those governors will make your life miserable, as they are doing today. To them, we're going to bring Fulani, and then Fulani, it will help us kill IPOB. They have become saboteurs. But if we have people who talk sense into these people, slap them when necessary, arrange matter without allowing them to make those moves, our journey will be easier, believe me. Honestly, I thank you for being sincere to this very question. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
I truly appreciate it.
More ever to your work.
Thank you, ma. Like I have said, sometimes we need to look at issues intelligently. She said the right thing. But these people can't function alone. By the time you get to one, it links to three. By the time it links to three, it links to 10. And as a lot of people are being involved, even innocent people carry sabotage information unknowingly. I'm just concerned about innocent people. Good morning, my brother. Your name and where you calling from?
Calling from Enugu province, Biafra land. I'm calling from Nchatancha to be precise. So, according to what is going on here in Enugu, what happened there yesterday was really terrible. But I believe the battle line have been drawn because our leader have said something about it, and we heard that very well, now that's clear. Guys, we are having a lot of saboteur here, most especially in Nchatancha. Is a Nike. One man called Igwe Benga, and he's one of the saboteurs here in Enugu. We know a lot of things that we are going through, but not anything that I will say here on air, because we are really suffering a lot. We are suffering a lot here. So, Mazi George Onyibe, what happened there before yesterday was terrible. We are there on ground. But I said and we believe that Biafra is here. That is our hope, and the last hope of common man like us. As George Onyibe, may God bless you, and may our leader live long. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Maybe I take one more call and then we round up. Understand, when you talk about how people function, there is a way they discuss matter. The last caller, I don't want to ask him, Christian, said somebody is a saboteur. And then, if I have asked him, how do you know? He's going to tell me one thing or the other. And if you ask the man, how do you know? If you go and ask the man and say, did you do this thing? The man will deny. Some time ago, one of our IPOB brother called me and said there is a publication online. They said my uncle, who is a king, is a saboteur, and he did this and did that and did this. Sir, my uncle is even a member of IPOB, Asigwe. And I don't think he will do something like that. The brother is a principal officer in IPOB, very committed one. Some of the kind I can put my life on the line to defend them. He said, when I heard this, I went to my uncle very early in the morning and I explained to him, Uncle, why did you do this? He said, since morning, my uncle has not rested. He needed to talk to somebody that is not responsible. And when I had access to him, I said, what happened? He explained. He even paid monthly due. He's one of the monarchs or chiefs in Imo State. He's a committed member. And believe me, I feel his pain. Now, his matter is looked into. His matter was, the confusion there was rectified because he has a brother who is a hardcore principal officer and we believe cannot be a saboteur. Then, if not that, that man will answer saboteur. Those posts were pulled down. Now, naming somebody a saboteur sentimentally, will he give us the Biafra? I'm just trying to say, there must be a way we know who these people is. Our fathers, ancestors didn't bother about saboteur. They understand this. You betray anybody. In fact, it looks like oath taking now self go is born again. He used to forgive. You break the rules, you are strike dead. But of course, I will not digress on this issue. But I just want us to be very careful. When you spill innocent blood, it can spell doom for the people. Caller on the line, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, Mazi Onyibe.
Good morning, my brother. Go ahead, please. Caller on WhatsApp, still hold on for me. Sorry, I forgot you are there. Caller on the line, go ahead.
Mazi Onyibe. My name is Nwachi Namere. I'm from Biafra land calling. I'm from Biafra land. I thank you for the program this morning and I'm enjoying the program this morning. You're always educating us. You always enlighten us. You always expose our eyes to know who we are and where we are coming from and the back to roots. But one thing I want to ask Biafrans today, let our people, those who have been living in the Lord, whenever any someone speaks, call the Inyamere, call the Arne. Arne means someone who doesn't know God. That's what it means in the Hausa language. And that mentality, that's what I've been growing with. Are you hearing me, sir?
Go ahead.
So, but the issue, what we call the Arne means that they don't know God, and that is their mentality. But we, our people, have never ever understand this language. Because they will call you Arne, and they don't know God. Then we use you as a stepping stone to achieve their vision and their goals. Now, because most of people don't understand their language, I don't understand that means we have a living in the north, we understand their skills, understand their language. Even if you want to go to market and meet an Hausa man that's selling meat, the moment he speaks Hausa to that Hausa man, he will listen to you, give better attention. Because you understand that language, then believe you are together with him. So, and they use that mentality and initiate it to our people. Tell them we are together with them, we are not together. That's just a simple truth. And if you never understand these things, and the day our people start understanding it, we are not together with these people, it's better for us.
Thank you.
Fatima Way that came to Anambra, came to Imo State, talking to Wazirike, and he said he come to Wazirike and state and sleep, as Wazirike has said. Do you know what it means? Do you know the implication of that? He studied the environment to understand. He never ever Fulani man. There are people that called in the Fulani. There are two tribes. They are the one they call one Buzulai. Buzulai one Nandi. They are dark in complexion. They carry axe and machetes. Those people are deadly. They are blacks in complexion. Many people that understand this, the way these people work, and that's what I've been using to humiliating us, and they will keep on working together with them. But those people who have never understood this, understand their skills, how they're humiliating us, they will never be free from them. The best thing to separate ourselves for anything that has to do with these people, if you really love your land and love your people and love God and made you to be a Biafran man, the day you acknowledge yourself you are a Biafran, you never ask God to make you or to be a Biafran man, a Biafra woman. It's better for all of us to come back and defend ourselves.
Thank you very much.
The truth is the defense to separate ourselves from
summarize.
Yes, sir. That is what I want you to ask the Biafrans.
Thank you very much.
When we understand who we are, understand that we are Biafran, we are never together. Any day, I will someone answer you what is mean of, ask how someone they answer what is mean of Arne. Arne means that you don't know God and you are not together with him or her.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My time is almost winding up. Yeah. Thank you. And of course, we must not mistake a saboteur from the real enemy. Some enemy are defined. But saboteurs are those who are able to penetrate something. Now, let me tell you how it functions. On my Facebook, there is somebody by the name O.D. Richard. O.D. Richard is saying, Brother George is killing us. Brother George is trying to fall our morale, so we cannot kill saboteur. I didn't say that. Whether you kill them or you don't kill them, they must use their hand to kill themselves. Now, if I want to call a saboteur, I will say that O.D. Richard is a saboteur. He's dressing like a Muslim. O.D. Richard, I don't know you, but from my studio WhatsApp, you have sent me a message one day telling me why is IPOB attacking Ijele. O.D. Richard, you wrote to me on my private WhatsApp asking me why are we attacking Ijele. That IPOB has written a petition against Ijele in Turkey. Now, you are the one fighting for Ijele in my inbox, and you are the one on Facebook now telling me that your statements there are many. My brother, thank you. Just look at what Mazi George is saying. And you are dressing like Al Mustafa. Look at you. You are putting Muslim cloth. And now, that is why I say we must find out. I don't get involved in what I don't know. I don't come and say, oh, I saboteur. No, I know you. Now, O.D. Richard, maybe you are Igbo. But look at your profile picture now. You are a Fulani. And some of our people on Facebook who are not sensitive, who don't have discernment, they will think you are a human being. I'm trying you not to be sentimental. Now, if we judge you now by your dressing, believe me, you are a saboteur. And we're supposed to kill you. Maybe after this program, I will go back my inbox and screenshot my discussion with you. Coming to attack me in my inbox. That we are fighting Ijele. And now you understand. You will be there and lead people astray. What I'm just trying to make our people understand is the need to look deeper. It is Satan that accuses somebody. That is why the Bible calls him accuser of the brethren. Of course, my time is almost up. I would have exposed you a little bit. Now that I know you, when I'm striking you, I won't bother. But if I don't know you, I think I should apply conscience. We have to apply wisdom to reasoning. The enemy know this. They want to cause confusion. All of us, we're going to become enemy of ourselves at the end of the day. Until we are able to grow to maturity where we know who these people are. You don't even need to call them, they reveal themselves. I tell you, Udi Richard, don't be sentimental in certain issue because the truth cannot be overruled. My brother, you have been waiting on WhatsApp. I am just too sorry I cannot take this call. I'm just too sorry, honestly. But believe me, later on we'll continue from there. And so Biafrans across the globe must understand we need to get to a stage. We call a spade a spade. We need to get to the stage. We know who these people are. I never said there is no saboteur. I did not want you to feel that they are not there. They are there, but I think we are catching the wrong people. Odi Richard, please respond and say I lie. Maybe better still, you can go and change your profile picture because I can shop it. I will publish the rest of your article later. And now you are in fact you are protecting them. But you come in subtle way. Honestly, the truth I want you to see. Any marriage that take their fight to outsider to settle, that marriage doesn't go far. Biafra is issue of home, marriage, husband and wife. If we allow the enemy to settle our problem, there will be problem. And of course, this is where I draw the curtain on this very morning segment. The sacrifice of our fallen heroes will never be in vain. Sincere appreciation to those of you who called and made sincere appreciation. Sabotage is not something anybody will entertain, honestly. Neither is it proper for you to victimize people by calling them saboteur. Udo the rendicho Udo. Goodbye from here.
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. The few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. The few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he can charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God has put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God has charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. But yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. love. All hail Biafra.